All right, guys. Name is Tyler, aka Nanogenix, and today you saw the title. We're gonna get there, but first, let's set up the foundation of what we want to talk about today. So, as you guys have, I've got plenty of feedback. Nano, where is your category video? Some time constraints, all of that kind of left me into a position to where I'm now filming this late on Monday and uploading this right after filming. It would not make too much sense, but categories are in global, guys. Categories are finally in global. Global is probably as close to JP as maybe has almost ever been. I know obviously there's some overlap where SSJ4 Vegeta and SSJ4 Goku were out at the same time that the 120s were still the meta of JP, but I feel like categories via SSJ4 Gogeta's Fusion category and Omega Shenron Shadow Dragon actually Saga, I believe is Shadow Dragon Saga is actually probably the absolute closest it's ever been to being super close to being even between these two games. So today, guys, categories are now there. We have the Shadow Dragon Saga, as I just said, the Fusion Saga, Fusion category, as I just said, the Peppy Gals, which we knew as Peachy girls on JP, and then the World Tournament. Now, Peppy Gals is actually good for farming the turtle shells from the training events. Boost that up. The more of those you have, the higher your chance of a bonus item goes, and you can get to 100%, and you're guaranteed more items, which is fantastic. The use of categories is absolutely endless in this game. Categories, I think, no one would argue, is the absolute next meta for this game for the next, like, at least year, if not farther off than that. I think we're kind of past the point of just, like, all units they drop being, like, plus this percent to this specific type. I feel like categories gives them such a much broader gameplay range, such a much broader, like, here's this card you've not used in so long is now all of a sudden, like, usable, and just, it's awesome. It's awesome. So, categories are now here, which is fantastic. And a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about them, which we're doing right now. But at the same time, I couldn't drop a video at the second it went live. And if I couldn't do that to notify you guys, hey, they're in the game, because I know a lot of you guys come to YouTube, you watch stuff like this, you look for stuff on Twitter. You don't necessarily open the app every day, but when you see something that piques your interest, you're like, whoa, yeah, no, and then let me check that out, watch a vid, do this, check this, and open the app, and you're back in there. But since I couldn't do that, I was like, what can I bring to the table? And I was talking about categories with my friends, and I was just like, dude, there's got to be something more to this than what we're actually seeing here. And this is absolutely, I have no insider information. I don't know anything. So if you're here thinking that, just want to let you know, I don't. Like, I don't. But I have hunches, and I have gut feelings, and I have theories that have from time to time been right, have from time to time been completely and totally wrong. So if this one is completely and totally wrong, feel free to let me know down below if you just don't absolutely agree. But we now have categories in global, which is a strange thing when you think about the fact that we are still 420% units behind JP. So right now on JP, we have 120% units that global currently doesn't have, which are SSJ3 Gotenks and SSJ3 Broly, Super Gogeta, and Janemba. So 4 units that categories kind of left behind as far as their teams. Now, don't get me wrong, they're still fantastic teams. They still do their job. They still wreck majority of events. So, like, realistically speaking, they still offer you a ton of value, but nowhere near the amount of value that a category team such as the Fusion team or even the Shadow Dragon Saga team offer you. Those teams wreck everything. So if you're already sitting good with one of those teams, what's going to make you want to summon for those guys? Now, could be buffs. I tweeted out today, what if SSJ, actually I said in before SSJ3 Broly gets a buff to his passive. Right now his passive is for every key to obtain, attack plus 12%, defense minus 10%. So yes, if you acquire 10 key orbs, you zero out his defense. He literally has 0 defense. So if the attack is going to do 150,000, the attack is going to do 150,000. And that's if he doesn't have type advantage on you. So what's going to make you want to summon for that if you've already got the categories in the game? So what special thing could be coming down the way that's going to make you want to put categories in, like, as a business decision? I'm talking from the Bandai Namco side of things. Why do you put categories into your game all of a sudden? Now, don't get me wrong. This is fantastic fan service. Everyone's been asking for this. These are units that you've had on your account for the last, like, 3 months. If you got on the day they went live, I'm pretty sure almost exactly 3 months ago is when this stuff went live. you're finally able to use them the way they were meant to be used. Finally. Holy crap, that took so long, but you finally have them. But at the same time, as a company, you're only 4 units away from being caught up, done with the 120s, and then you drop the categories, right? So that brings us to the next theory, the final one, guys. This is it. Like, literally, I'm not talking about this again on camera unless 2 things happens. One, I have my boy Rhyme, my boy Alex, somebody hit me up. They want to talk about it, and we talk about it, which I'm totally gonna do. I can't turn down a collab with my dudes. But and the other thing, the only way would be, secondly, if we get super hardcore evidence about him releasing. But LR Blue. Now, if you look at the game right now, when we first was voting on LR Blue, we had the 120s were in the game, and we pretty much said this guy needs to be like a 70% lead. And some people said a 90% lead, but everyone was like, no. 90% is way too strong for Blue and building out a heroes team. Well, now fast forward 3 months, we've got 1,000-day LR Goku, LR Spirit Bomb Goku. We've got the LR Kid Gohan from the Super Battle Road, both of which pretty much would outdo the Blue. Well, not both. Well, one would. Plus, the LR Spirit Bomb Goku's plus 3 ki, plus 100% to all types. Literally, run him as your lead. You're getting 100% to any and every unit you could possibly run underneath him. Not super, but Kid Gohan is plus 70%. So, like, you kind of sort of, from what we originally thought Blue was going to be, you kind of sort of outdo all that now. And, like, he's going to be an LR. So it's just like, you got to do more than that. You can't get away with just, like, doing plus 70. And again, the other thing, too, we were kind of talking about, by the way, speaking of collabs, my boy Rhyme invading the video per usual he likes to do there. Anyways, though, back to what we're talking about. Talking about LR Blue. So you don't make an LR come out this late in the game and already be basically outdated. You just can't. You can't do that. So what do? You make him a category lead. Now, this isn't new news. We've already been saying for a while now that he was going to be a category lead. Some people still holding on to the fact that he's going to be a hero lead, but I feel like we're past that. We've got an LR Spirit Bomb Goku that does 100% to all types. Granted, it does take 1,000 days to get him, but it still only takes 1,000. Not only, but it takes 1,000 days to get him. You've got him. Then you've got the Gohan, which you beat Super Battle Road, which is incredibly tough, but you could totally mod. Not that they would want you to do that, and that's a bannable type thing, but still, you could mod, and you could get them there that way too. There you go. You've already outdone the Blue, potentially, if that was what he was going to be. And if not even outdone, you've pretty much like, got even with him. And that's not really what an LR is about. Not really. Not an LR Vegito Blue we've been waiting however many months for. So he's going to be a category lead, right? Makes sense. Now, obviously all this is just speculation, but back to what I was saying. Why, all of a sudden, granted, again, fantastic fan service, but why all of a sudden do you put categories in your game before you release four of your very hyped up units that you probably put a ton of money into creating, licensing, and all of that? Why do you put categories in the game? That makes no sense. I mean, yes, again, it's good for us. We now have leader skills for our units, but it's not great for them. I mean, unless Broly gets a buff, you literally just killed Broly. You literally killed Broly. Broly's done. Like, I don't see very many people. For one, he doesn't fit in a category yet, which I'm sure he's going to get one. I bet you there'll be an SSJ3 category before this is all said and done. But right now, he fits in no category. Right now, he's just out there. His 120% tech team is not that great. He himself is not that great with his defense debuff, and you kind of just killed him. Janemba is totally fun, totally awesome unit. You kind of just killed him too. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for the fact that Gotenks and Gogeta both fit onto your SSJ4 Gogeta team, you probably would almost skip them as well, unless you're rocking a solid physical team or a solid intelligence team, which most people probably are. If you have Vegito Blue, you want to try him out on a 120% physical team. I'm going to tell you that right now, and especially now with Super Vegito out. The 120% physical team is insane, but from a consumer standpoint, if you're trying to save your stones, and you don't feel like you need to summon, and you're already beating all the events, then you're probably good. So you only put categories in unless you're probably about to drop the LR category lead. Guys, I'm telling you, man, from the friggin' bottom of my heart, my instincts, everything, I can only see why they put this in the game to be a part of a category and to totally drop the LR Blue finally. Now, what is it going to be? Thanksgiving, Christmas? I don't really know on that. But I'm telling you right now, I mean, and if you disagree, tell me. Like, go down below right now. Give me some solid evidence. Let's have some discussions. Let's talk down below in the comment section. You let me know, Nano, you dumb. This is why this is not happening. Or if you agree with me, go let me know down there as well as consider a like button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. But guys, I think that's it. I really do. Like, thinking long and hard about this all day. I was like, I want to talk about categories, but I've got to make it relevant, and I've got to make it fun. And I think I really do. And I was just like, dude, that's it. They're putting categories in for LR Blue. Now, I can tell you, huge disclosure. I know nothing. I'm literally Jon Snow right here. I literally know nothing. But I can tell you right now that it's bad decisions to drop categories in the game before you release 120% units, because you kind of just killed like 2 of them for the most part. So I just don't see why you would do it unless you were about to drop a super hyped unit, which would be LR Vegito Blue of some sort of category lead. What that might end up being, I honestly don't know. That we'll have to wait and see. But I will say, I think he's category lead, and I think he's coming very soon. So, guys, that's been today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's just kind of fun discussion. A little long-winded, but I wanted to build up to it. It's, you know, it's a very wild thought, a very just crazy thing, but it very well could be true. So, anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, consider going down there right now, hitting that red subscribe button and joining the Nano fam, as well as if you enjoyed today's discussion, consider hitting that like button. Guys, have a great day. Keep on keeping on Nanogenix. Signing off, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.